everyone. Welcome back to Nuffy Cat. We're so glad that you can join us today. Somebody is having his favorite treats for New Year's. He likes Temptations, one of his very favorites. I thought that in today's video, it would be really neat to talk about ways that we're like our cats. How are you like your cat? Well, one of the first things that I can think of is that both of us need food, water. We both need love. We both need security. Yes, notice also that we both have favorite things. This is his favorite treat. Yes, it is. And then one of my favorite things that I like to eat is over here. This is actually one of the items that helps me deal with not catching low blood sugar issues during the day. Well, somebody here enjoys his favorite food. Let's talk more about ways that we're both alike. We're both playful too. We also both need rest on a regular basis. We, as well, as you can tell by this little guy right here, this little personality, almost ignoring his mommy. Both of us have distinct personalities. Yes, and we have distinct individuality. He is absolutely his own kitty. He's one of the more patient kitties that I've ever seen, and other kitties that I've had would not probably have tolerated being in this shirt every day during a video and, being in this space. A lot of them wouldn't have had this patience, but this little one does. And that's something unique about his personality that some of the other kitties I've had probably wouldn't have had. Now, think of my kitty Sheba. She was a Tonkinese and just amazing. I will say sometimes that she's Siamese, but in real life she's Tonkinese, and that's half Siamese. And she had such a Siamese personality. I used to help take care of miniature horses back when I lived up on a very, very lovely place that had like horses, and it was like a mini ranch. But there were 3 miniature horses that I used to help take care of. And Sheba actually chased them down their own field. She was, maybe a little bigger than him, but not by much. And I'll never forget hearing this big giant whoa one day. Oh, sorry, that wasn't at you. And I looked out of my window and saw my kitty chasing the horses down their own field. I was very startled and wished very bad that I would have had a video camera like I do for him. And Neffy is actually a lot more cautious than Sheba was, a lot more timid. In a way, he's really carefully checks his environment out before he pursues moving forward. And then Kira, she was in between Sheba and this little darling, and she was very strategic and plotting. She was the kitty that I would say was the most stubborn and the most determined. Although he comes in for a hefty second place, I'll tell you what. Both of us live in an earth environment here. We have the sun here, we have the sky, we have the ground. We live in this space. But all of us, all of life, the birds, everyone, the trees even, we all share this in common. We have this environment that we all share that is a part of our Mother Earth. I really like what Alan Watts said when he said that it's like the earth grew people. That we're part of the expression in this microenvironment of the earth, and in this case macro environment, I probably should say, of the earth. And we all share this home together. So that's something very precious that I love, and I love that kitties are a part of our world. Both of us can have close friendships. Kitties can be friends with each other, and sometimes that's super close. Yes, we have trust, and when treated with love, we can live with each other, and I think that that's a really amazing feat. Let's say the remora and the shark. There are other types of animal relationships that are with other species too, but I love that they can have that with us too. I think that's something very heartwarming. Both of us have ways that we communicate, and with that in mind, both of us have a very high level of body gestures that we do as communication that a lot of times people don't recognize or pay attention to about humans, but we really do. We make gestures and we base our interpretations of each other on things like tones of voice, sometimes even more than words, or bodily gestures that one or the others of us are making. This little guy says so much through his body gestures, through his ears, through the way that he holds his demeanor, through that little tail. Yes, that little impatient tail sometimes that's right now is calm. And those little ears are forward. He's listening to life around him, but he's relatively calm, especially compared to a couple of days ago. I'm going to show you guys something I realized. He likes this in better than this. Well, he definitely has an ignore the mommy button on right now, too. Yes. He was being very playful earlier. There we go. Both of us share playfulness. They're playful and we are too, from kittenhood and hopefully all the way up in through adulthood. Playfulness, we learn through playfulness, and they do too. Both of us have an independent nature to a point, and both sometimes do need our individual space. Kitties and humans need that. Some humans need it less than others. Some kitties need it less than others. But a lot of us do need that, and that's one of the features that we do share in common with them. He is showing that both of us have our own agendas. He has an agenda of checking out off of the table, but he can do that afterwards. Yes, after we're done. Both of us also have favorite things in our lives, and I've mentioned that through the temptations and the tamales, but I was also thinking like of this little fishy that he loves. He loves these little mousies. And then I love things like soft blankets. That's something I've loved my whole life. Very, very soft blankets and soft kitties. Well, I'd like you guys to think about other ways that you can think of that we share things in common with cats. If you leave that in the comments below, it'll be wonderful. We can compare notes. There are so many things that we share in common with cats that I'm sure I couldn't think of all of it for this video. So if you like the content of our videos, don't forget to take those paws and press that like button, paw that like button. Ooh, you can paw the subscription, the subscription button and the notification bell as well. We really appreciate it. It helps the algorithms and it helps you see all of Niffy Cat's videos. Oh my. Thank you all so very much for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next video.